Welcome to the wonderful world of Strange Suspicion True Crime series. Hi, it's me. I'll be your spirit guide today. Are you ready to receive a message? Good, let's begin. Let the message flow through you. Hear my words and listen to the calm in my voice and repeat after me. He's not guilty. Allegedly. Until proven otherwise in a court of law. Oh, I see. You're not a sheep. Then welcome, cosmic traveler. Okay, now that I have your attention. Puff, puff, pass. Sus gang.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Order in the court!
So the clown laws matter because it's a positive movement that protects professional actors, clowns like myself, so we don't get profiled with these other clowns who are terrorizing the public and everything like that.
Let's guys come up to this barrier right here. Let's put your butts against it.
It is truly remarkable how our community values respect, critical thinking, and justice over everything else. It's what sets us apart and keeps our community strong. Think about it, why waste precious time watching the same grainy footage and listening to the same recycled content from a football field away? We owe it to ourselves and to the victims to focus on facts and not on sensationalism. True crime content on YouTube is starting to feel a bit like a soap opera, don't you think? I mean, the rumors flying around about people being undercover FBI agents are pretty wild. But seriously, who are they talking about? And why make something like that up? You know, it's like whatever if you're all about sharing someone else's content, but it's kind of lame, right? Like seriously, why not give people your own content instead of just chasing popularity and using other people's thoughts and their content to invoke and bring conversation to your channel rather than theirs? When we talk about the Idaho 4, we're talking about a serious tragedy that left for people murdered families, devastated, and friends never being able to experience more memories with Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. Maybe we should leave the drama to those creators who thrive on it.
An interesting example of acting suspicious is Inan Harsh. Inan's Reddit post came off as suspicious because they read more like a detailed life story than like a straightforward explanation. If you haven't read it yet, be prepared. It's pretty long. And in this post, Inan talks about his past, mentioning that 12 years ago, he was arrested, guys, for his second robbery. Also, possession of a stolen firearm and illegal possession of mushrooms, MDMA, meth, and opiates. He says most of his charges were dropped, all of them, except the one related to MDMA possession with intent to deliver. He also states that he learned how to shoot up in prison, meaning I would assume that means he still does certain chemicals.
Allegedly.
The way he jumps from one topic to another in his posts seems scattered and hard to follow, which makes it seem like he might have written them late at night or while under the influence of something. His manifesto, as I call it, about his life, about his relationship with his family, about all kinds of things that have absolutely nothing to do with the Idaho 4. His behavior during interviews is absolutely incredibly strange. He asks about views, he asks about what people have said about him and how much publicity he's gotten with these things said about him. He also likes to go into his private life a lot.
There was, I saw like this, sort of like, kind of like,
I know, but you also decided to share an AMA on Reddit recently, which is when I reached out to you, and you did kind of mention meeting them, or at least Kaylee, and maybe you think you might have met Xana and her boyfriend. That would be Ethan.
Yeah, because I think the person I think I remember most is Kaylee, and like when I introduced myself, I think she was like the first one I shook hands with. I just had like this. It was a pretty nice bottle of wine. I don't remember what kind it was, but it was pretty expensive. And I was cooking with it, and I wasn't gonna finish it. And I was like taking my trash out, so I don't remember where I was outside. And they were just like chit chatting, drinking a little bit, playing some cool music. And so I went down, and they were like drinking some beer, and I was just like asked her if she wanted this bottle of wine. I wasn't gonna finish it, and they were like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then I was like, yeah. And then I was just introduced. I'm like the neighbor, like I lived upstairs, and yeah, that was pretty much it. They were super super nice and smiley. That's pretty much all I remember. I never met him after that. I was like, I always thought about crashing their party sometimes, but I never actually like did it. I usually got my own thing going on.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you referred to them in the Reddit AMA as beautiful, joyful. I can't remember the other two adjectives, but
yeah.
Yeah,
they seem really cool.
And I was just wondering if you could confirm that that was nothing you provided to any media anywhere, because a lot of people are trying to make connections there.
I didn't hear about it till basically people were telling me in things like this, and I was like, oh, LOL. Yeah, no, complete hoax. Yeah, okay. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
How many views has it got? Decked out, like luxury, like I thought it was black SUV, maybe like a Beamer or something, and it had like rims, tinted windows, and I was like, oh, that's like a pretty cool car. And then like coming out, like I noticed some like plates from like Arizona, I want to say, or Montana.
Have you talked to law enforcement since that first day they came over and asked you if you'd heard anything?
Yeah, I did once.
Once? Did they come over to the neighborhood again to talk to everyone, or did you go talk to them?
No, I wouldn't. I just talked to them later.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about that, or is that off the record? Okay.
That's off the record, Chef.
It seems like he's trying to put himself more in the spotlight than discuss the topic at hand, which is the lives of Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. Is everybody familiar with the 4chan posts? 4chan is a crazy website, guys. It's where you can write things anonymously. They can't be traced back, allegedly, even though the FBI monitors this website at all times. Criminals like to play cat and mouse with law enforcement on this site. They like to give away details of crimes that police officers and detectives may never solve. 4chan posts are a tell, if you ask me. The 4chan posts are incriminating towards people who are close with Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, not somebody who happened to pick up on their Wi-Fi signal. It seems as if somebody had some kind of personal problem with each of these people, or that a group of people got together who had a collective problem, meaning maybe one person had a problem with Ethan and Xana, maybe another person, Kaylee and Maddie, or maybe 4 people on 4 people. We weren't there, University of Washington. He had an office there because he was assisting a professor, probably as part of his PhD program. So in that office, they found absolutely no evidence that was incriminating to Bryan. No evidence of any strange happenings in the office or around the office. No written notes or plans, nothing inside any desk drawers or any evidence whatsoever in this office. They also conducted a raid when they found him to be suspect of this crime. And during this raid, they looked into his apartment as well as his office at the University of Pullman, Washington. They worked very closely with the criminology lab at the University of Washington. Bryan Kohberger and his class that he attended or assisted with absolutely did discuss the case. So they absolutely were involved in touching items, in trying to help police officers investigate or, maybe assisting with investigating in some way. And his DNA would be all over that crime lab at the University of Washington in Pullman. How could it not be? His DNA was also at the police department. Bryan Kohberger applied at the Pullman Police Department, and his trace DNA was all over the place. It could be completely circumstantial that his DNA was found on a knife sheath at a murder scene. It could also be completely circumstantial that Bryan was running off a cell phone tower in Moscow, Idaho.
So, to tie me to a deadline when I don't have the rest of the discovery that I've been waiting for that would relate to that will mean that I will be back asking the court to reopen it. My expert can't finish until I get the rest of the discovery as well.
And the discovery you're talking about is a video of the car?
No. The video that we talk about is one that I think the state's going to use in its case that I don't have full video on, that I'm not talking about any video of Bryan's car. When I'm talking about an alibi defense, unless there's video that shows it elsewhere that I haven't gotten to yet, which may be possible given the fact that there's a lot I haven't seen yet. What I'm talking about, though, is the CAST report, the drive testing information.
CAST report meaning the identification of the particular car.
That is the cell tower information.
I'm with you.
So
there's more than one car, and a lot of the cars that we have examined in various videos look exactly the same.
The IDG, any of the information of the IDG to get the warrant, to get Mr. Kohberger's DNA.
It's normally a place where everyone feels really safe. One of the blondes was just a little bit more cheery and kind of bouncing around a little bit more, and then one was like standing there and doing the hello, how are you, and hope they find the person. Hope they get the person.
Well guys, I want to thank every single one of you for liking this video, leaving your thoughts in the comments and on the community posts. I do appreciate everything that you guys do, and we hope that you have enjoyed your 420 today with us. I'll see you Monday.
We gotta figure this out, guys.